So if you guys been in the market for a power station, one of the brands you might have stumbled across is ALLPOWERS. So that's what we got right here. We got the ALLPOWERS R1500 power station and then the B1000 expansion battery, and that's what we're going to be taking a look at today. So I got a little bit of experience with ALLPOWERS. A few years ago, I picked up this power station. This is an older model ALLPOWERS power station, and I've used it on and off camping in emergency situations, and I've actually been really happy with it. So right here we have the ALLPOWERS R1500. This is a 1152 watt hour power station. And then over here we have the B1000. This is their expansion battery. This is also 1152 watt hours. The power station is going to offer a little bit more outputs than the expandable battery over here. For the power station, you're going to get a total of 11 outputs. For the expandable battery, you're going to get a total of 5 outputs. This can be used separately. This is limited to what you can power. So over here we have 4 AC outlets. 1800 watts for the AC outlets. It does say it has a surge of 3000 watts. Over here we have some USB-A ports. So we got USB-A, 2 of them, 18 watts, and we got USB-C at 100 watts. Over here is your 12 volt outlet. On the expansion battery, you are not going to get any AC outlets. You will only get 2 USB-A's, 2 USB-C's, and then you do get the DC output to 12 volts over here. Along with these outputs, ALLPOWERS does provide you with 2 wireless chargers on the top of the power station, rated at 15 watts apiece. As we look at the top of the expansion battery, you can see no wireless charging comes with the expansion battery. Both the power station and expansion battery have a nice display that's going to show you your input of watts, your output of watts, also what your battery life is at. It's going to show you Bluetooth and Wi-Fi because these are compatible with a mobile app on your phone. You do have your power button right on the front of both. Over here you have your DC on and off, and then your AC, and on the expansion battery you're just going to have a DC button that's going to be on and off. On the side of each device, the power station, you're going to get an AC input to charge it, and then also you get a solar input to charge it. Right in the middle you got your reset plug for overload. On the expandable battery you will just get an AC charging port, no solar port for this. As we flip it around to the other side, you're going to see 2 ports on the power station, 2 ports on the expansion battery. These are going to be your ports that you connect your power station to the expansion battery. So with 1 external battery you're going to double your watt hours. This can be expanded up to 3 expansion batteries for a total watt hour of 4,608. And then here's a look at the cable to be able to connect your power station with your expansion battery, and they do have quick connects on them, so you just snap right into place. And like I said earlier, you can expand this up to 3 of these B1000s. All right, so I got the power station on the scale. You guys can see it's coming in at about 37.5 pounds. Now I'll go ahead and throw the expandable battery on the scale. So the expandable battery is coming in at about 35.5 pounds. So a little bit lighter on the expandable battery. And then of course, the way these are designed, they can be stacked just to be able to conserve some space. And then like I said earlier, you just run your cable from one of your power stations to your expandable batteries, and then if you have another expandable battery, you just link that one to the next one. So both the power station and the expandable battery has your lithium iron phosphate batteries, and it has the normal 10 plus years of life, 3,500 plus of cycles. So the charging on the power station, 0 to 80% in about 40 minutes. I did do some testing to see how long it would take to fully charge it to 100%. I'll go ahead and show you guys that here. All right guys, so it just finished up right at 100%. Got a total of 1 hour 21 minutes. All right, so we know how long it takes to charge the power station. Let's see how long it takes to charge the external battery. It should be roughly the same amount of time because they're both the same watt hours. We're gonna run the test just to double check. Okay, we just got done charging the B1000. We're at 100%, and total time to charge this was 2 hours and 37 minutes. And the reason why is because the AC input to charge this maxes out at 600 watts. Now with the ALLPOWERS app, that's what I got pulled up on my phone right here, you can adjust the AC input. There's 3 modes. There's fast mode, standard mode, and then mute mode. And those are different wattage inputs. So if you don't want to charge it at the max of 1500 watts AC, you can actually slow that down a little bit, and this might help preserve the battery. So the power station does have a UPS mode, which is your uninterruptible power source, and that's going to be rated at 15 milliseconds. And it also does have a 6-year warranty. I have had no experience with their customer service or warranty because, like I said earlier, my older ALLPOWERS I haven't had any issues with. Now we're going to go ahead and do some testing on the AC side of this unit, trying to max it out and see how well it holds up. I got a hot plate. This is a 1000 watt hot plate. We're gonna go ahead and plug this into the AC and we'll put this on max. All right, so we're at about 998 watts for the output. So it's running the hot plate with no issues, which should, because this is max output of 1800 watts. So I didn't expect any issues with the hot plate. Now, I don't know if you guys can hear, but I got my microphone about a foot away from the power station. I'm gonna be quiet here so you guys can hear the fan. So that is about how loud the fan is. You can hear the fan, and it does ramp up and it gets a little bit louder depending on your output of watts. So if you're running it at the max 1800 watts, it's going to actually step up the speed of the fan, and it's actually going to be a little bit louder. All right, guys, so we're going to run another test here. I got 2 space heaters. We're at about 1800 watts. So this is kind of the max continuous wattage that it can run. I'm going to go ahead and let this load run on this power station. All right, guys, so I went ahead and stopped the test. We're over 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes now. I had no issue running both of those heaters right under 1800 watts. So we're gonna go ahead and try to push this a little bit harder and see what happens if we get over the 1800 watt mark. All right, guys, so I went ahead and added the expansion battery, hooked it up for these tests so this power station doesn't drain. But we're gonna run the 2 heaters, and then I'm gonna add in this power bank. This power bank should pull about 100 more watts. That should put us over our 1800 watt max on this AC for the ALLPOWERS R1500. We're at about 1865 watts. We'll let that run for a little bit and we'll see what happens. All right, guys, so we're over the 2-minute mark. We're at still 1863 watts. It's been holding it, no issues. So even if you go a little bit over the 1800 watt mark for a prolonged period of time, it's gonna hold that. All right, guys, so we've seen it held at 1864. We're going to push it to about a little over 2000 watts and we'll see what happens. We're at 2152 and it shut down. So it did not like that, which was kind of expected. But as you guys can see, handled the 1800 watts perfectly fine, even went a little bit over. But once you get to that 2000 watt spot, it's gonna shut down. Doesn't like that. It's a little bit too much output for it. Now with solar charging, the max input for the power station is 650 watts. The expandable battery does not have its own XT60 that's going to be able to plug in a solar panel. You're only going to be able to do that through the power station. Also, ALLPOWERS does have different size solar panels. These are nice and portable, kind of like your briefcase style. And then it's got some buckles right on the front here to unlatch it. And then your solar panel, quick and easy, just folds out like so. This right here is a 200 watt solar panel by ALLPOWERS. Then on the back it does have a few legs that extend out to stand this up, and then it also has a compartment here that allows you to store all of your wires. And the solar panel does come with your MC4 connectors, Right now I got it MC4 to XT60. Got a bunch of barrel adapters also. A bunch of different ways you can hook this up depending on what setup you have. So this will work with other power stations, not just the ALLPOWERS power station. Alright guys, so there's some of the testing that I've done. Now personally, I've been using these at my off-grid cabin. I took 2 trips up there recently and I have no power that goes to this cabin. It's way off the road, deep into the woods. So I usually use like a gas generator, but since these portable power stations have been coming along, I've been switching over to these because the gas generators can be a lot more noisier than using something like this. Now my off-grid cabin doesn't demand a lot of power. Couple lights, I run a mini fridge, sometimes a smaller microwave or a smaller toaster, and it seems to power all that stuff perfectly fine, no issues. And I usually can run the power station with the expandable battery and it lasts me right around 2 days depending on how much I use the microwave or how long I leave the lights on. So for me, this ALLPOWERS setup has worked pretty well. And like I said earlier, this older ALLPOWERS power station, haven't had any issues with it. So overall, I've been pretty happy with ALLPOWERS and how I've used them for my situations. So if you guys are interested in the power station, the battery, or solar panels, I'll make sure I put some links in the description box below, and also be, I think, a 10% off discount code that also can add down there for you guys. I don't really like to put prices out there because they fluctuate so much, but currently this is right around $550. And like I said, it can fluctuate. That price could drop or it could rise depending on what sales and promotions they're doing. Like I said earlier, this is a 1152 watt-hour power station opposed to the 1024 watt-hour power station, so it's a little bit bigger. And then, like I said, you can combine up to 3 of these B1000s with it, and that's going to max you out at over 4,000 watt hours. So hopefully you guys found some value in this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. And if you guys aren't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Till the next one, guys, I will talk to you later.